What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Ark Survival Evolved. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we hang out for a while. And we're going to go cave diving today. We're going to try and find a cave anyways. It seems like the next thing in our progression that we should do, especially given the fact that I've sort of hit an impasse. Oh, good, my dinosaurs. I had to restart the game. My dinosaurs are no longer on follow. Come with me, little followers! Carno's like, I'm a big follower. And I'm like, yes, yes, you are. Lovely Carnotaur, I love you just the way you are. Just the way you are. Let's cross the river over here. I think what we want to do today is I'm going to follow, taking a look at my map real fast, assuming that it doesn't freak out on me, and it is freaking out on me. I wanted to go east over to this island instead of going north into the mountains. I think there's another mountain range that's pretty much the same distance down that way if we follow the beach. We haven't gone that far, and so this is going to be an exploration day. I think we're going to have a really good time. We got to watch out for megalodons, obviously. But we've got such a badass fighting team right now that I actually wouldn't worry about it. I think that the megalodon would find himself a nasty surprise if he tries to roll out on us or swim out on us or float out on us or whatever action he's doing. I don't know what verbiage he's going to use. He might be a new type of megalodon. He's up on some kind of like automated submarine rolly device, so he's rolling out on us. Over here, we're almost guaranteed to get a megalodon, so I'm going to watch out for that too. Still, welcome on back. I like this game a lot, and I'm glad that we get to keep playing it. I'm going to turn on a light. How about that? There we go. I'm going to flick the switch for all of you. I hope that you enjoy it. Take pleasure in it. The flicking of the switch. Yeah, there's a megalodon right there. A concerningly large megalodon. Well, I'm going to sneak around the backside of him real quick because I think he's probably going to be... Is he stuck? What is he doing right now, or is he fighting with something? I don't know what to think about this. It looks like he's stuck. I might be able to use this to my advantage. Is he stuck or is he dead? I don't think he's moving very much. Will a megalodon fight another megalodon? Oh, he's dead. Okay, so let me access his inventory then. Free trank arrow, a stone arrow, megalodon teeth, cloth pants. Probably take the narco berries. Actually, just take it all real quick. I don't care that much. Alright, well, we got everything off the megalodon right there. Luckily, it was a corpse, so we don't have to spend too much time fiddling with it. We can get back up on shore. The other one looks like it's also stuck. What can you harvest from a megalodon? Let's go find out real fast. I don't actually think that I've ever butchered one of these, so let's get on him. It's a little bit dark, so that's going to be bad, but if we can get some prime meat or something off this big-ass fish... Oh, he doesn't drop anything. Well, never mind then. Did they lose... It looks like there's another one dead over there. I'm a little bit nervous about going after him just because I don't like to go deep out in the water when there's sharks around. I'm terrified of them. But... got our oxygen back. Stamina's looking okay. Let's swim out here and see what we can get off him because I don't think he's alive either. And the turtles won't have any interest in the gear that's laying on him. Hey, what's going on, turtles? Don't mind me. Just messing with your kill. Yeah, I was going to say, is he another trank arrow? Some stone arrows. Everything else looking pretty good, though. Let's go ahead and get everything we can off of him. Ah, you can get prime meat off a megalodon. That's pretty cool. Not going to be helpful right now, but it'll be helpful later on if we ever find anything. I think that before we tame anything else, it's probably going to go rotten on us, but it's a nice thought. I'm getting air immediately, I promise. I'm trying as hard as I can to get air. I love it in my lungs. I love it in my body, in my bloodstream, although not in bubble form. That seems like it'd be all bad. God, I have so much stuff laying around. And you see... this is one of the reasons why I brought all these berries along off that other body, is because I figured I'd have to eat something eventually. Is all my cooked meat used up? Balls. We're going to have to do something about that in just a little bit, too. I got plenty of water, so I'll take those, and it looks like we're feeling pretty solid now. I think that'll probably get us back up to 30 or 35 food, which will hold us. It'll hold us for right now, and sometimes the only thing we all need is just to be held. Sometimes that's what people need. I say, hey... hold me, Carnotaur. And he's like, I'll hold you. And I'd be like, not in your mouth. And he's like, oh, you caught me. My shenanigans. My Carnotaur and me. Okay, so off across the river. Hopefully, this is kind of a long crossing, so I'm going to go all the way down to the end just to avoid the possibility that if we get attacked by mega piranhas or anything like that, there's the very substantial probability that one of our dinosaurs will drown before we can get him out of the water, and that would totes suck. And so, because honestly, I don't feel like toting any suck along with me today, I think we're just going to jump across the... Whoa, what is going on there? We're just going to jump straight back across the river. Sorry about that. My software is apparently, I don't know, DX Story, like when it's recording, it's got like a little red thing in the corner. It's got like a little red notifier that it's working, and unfortunately it's going back and forth red and green, which is all kinds of weird, so I had to figure out what was going on. I think the USB ports on my computer are all kinds of messed up, and so I think one of them just got loose or something. I don't know. He's like, hey, watch who you're calling loose. I'm like, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying that, I don't know, you just don't seem to get a grip very often on the little contacts that I need you to. It's just two little metal things. Oh, our Carnotaur is being attacked by stuff. Hey, get up and out of here. There we go. Help him out. Help him out. Gotta make sure that he doesn't die. I've actually lost dinosaurs to big swarms of mega piranhas because they do the same thing. They're kind of like underwater raptors. They do the exact same thing that raptors do. They overwhelm your creatures, and then once they've overwhelmed them, they have a super easy time just taking them out. Since I've got some spoiled meat, I'm going to throw that over here because I do think his hunger's a little bit low. If we could get him filled up slightly, it'd be a nice thing to do. We've got nerdry glasses. I think they're supposed to be just nerdy glasses. Let me take... I'd like to have glasses. Let's have nerdy glasses for a little while. Why not? Cool. It actually kind of got like an aviator thing going on from the side, but from the front, I don't know. I've got it on low memory mode right now because the game doesn't run well for me. So they're probably going to look a little bit wonky, but what can you do about it? Off we ride, and so now our hair is uninhibited in the breeze, flapping behind us. That actually used to drive me crazy when I had long hair. So for a long time, I was like in a heavy metal band, and I had long hair like down to my ass, and that was actually what I did for a long time in my 20s, is I just traveled around and played music. It was a blast. It was a good time in my life. However, much beyond that, having long hair is actually a lot more cumbersome than you would think it would be. Like, having long hair is one of those things that just, like, constantly is in the way. And so when my hair went down to my ass, the thing that oh, we got a Spinosaurus over there? What's going on this side? What is that? It's like a partially submerged Spinosaurus. I'm a tad worried about taking my dinosaurs past it. But we'll give it a go. If they can take a Rex, I wonder if they could take a Spinosaur. Oh no. We're gonna have to tempt fate on this one because we can't go inland. There's too many trees. And yet we can't just like walk on by either because he's right there. Moving slowly. Let's keep ourselves. I said slowly, Gash Nasty, also quietly. He's like, I'm sorry, I've got like 30-foot long feet. It's very difficult for me to move silently. Clandestine activities are not a thing that Carnotaurs like apply ourselves to very often. We don't have a whole lot of points in that particular dice roll. I'm like, well, you better figure it out, Carnotaur. Figure it out, Gash Nasty. Because we are having problems right now. We're going on adventures, you better pack your dentures. There's a bush and a rock and a stick and a tree. We're going on adventures. Oh, we made it past our Spinosaurus friend, although he seems to have vanished beneath these waves one more time. He's been getting his... What's the name of that band? Demons and Wizards? There we go. It was when Iced Earth and Blind Guardian made a band together. But what I was talking about before that, with the long hair... Essentially, when I had hair down to my ass, the most annoying thing on Earth was a windy day if you weren't walking into the wind. If you were walking face first into the wind, it was fine because it would blow your hair back. But if you were walking against the wind, it would just blow your hair out from behind you. And even if you had like a ponytail or whatever, it would get all the little strands and whatever out, and it would just be flapping all over the place. Oh, it was infuriating. It was one of those things I very much hated about that period of my life. I'm glad that I have short hair now. Actually, it makes me a lot happier. I don't know where we are. I should probably investigate that. Oh, good. My map's stuck again. They really need to get that fixed where, like, it zooms back in. We need to go, I think, all the way down the beach. And I don't think this island is actually going to have anything for us. I looked at an overall map of the islands, and I think there's some mountains off to the east if we just keep following this over here. And so that's going to be my first attempt at just finding another mountain range. There wasn't a cave in the one that we already went to. And so the way that I'm going to do it is I'm just going to look at a map, and I'm going to jump in between mountain ranges until I find one that has the stuff that I want. Pretty much it. Very, very simple process. Let's go ahead and speed along a little bit because we got plenty of refills taking place in our inventory, and I can also get rotted meat off of the rest of my Carnotaur and all my other random little guys. I'm going to beat up this dodo because it makes me upset with its face and its flapping and its feathers, and so that's what it gets. I'm also going to beat up this Triceratops because he's probably a douche anyways. Triceratops dead. Just let it happen, Triceratops. There we go. There we just go to sleep. Yep, fall over. Be happy, little Triceratops. Be happy. I'm going to eat your meat straight off the corpse because that's just the kind... That's actually really, really bad manners in Dinosaur Society. You're supposed to take it off first, then you prepare it, then you eat it. But I'm eating it straight off the corpse, just like, just rip it off by the hank like we're out in the Serengeti or something. Are you guys all stuck right now? Here, I think they're stuck in between this tree. I can fix this. I know exactly what needs to be done. Tree destruction. Tree destruction? That sounds like you're building a tree, though, like construction meets trees. And so you might have to do something like, it would have to be, actually, I don't think you can combine those words. I was trying really hard, deconstructing trees. You can call it, like, deconstruct, but that makes it sound like you're running around naked while breaking something down with, like, a sledgehammer. I wouldn't wield a sledgehammer while naked. It seems like a good way to get your goodie bits caught up in, like, pieces of metal in areas they shouldn't be. You're like, I done hammered myself. It was an accident. People are like, how'd you pull that one off? And I'd be like, don't ask. I'm talented at self-destruction. I'm probably not even going to go inland over there because I think we've already done that. There aren't any megalodons out here, are there? I bet you anything there's mega piranhas, though. Something mega is going to be out here in the water, and it's going to mess with me. It's going to try and kill me. Actually, it looks like we're pretty... There's one right there. See if I can get him before anything else goes wrong. There it is. Take a couple pieces out of him. Our guys will eat him on the way past so that they can get some extra meat off the corpse. And then this is the island that we were aiming for. So, let me take a look at my map one more time. Did we ford the river already, or does it not count me as being up on this island? Okay, so we are up on this island. Now, here we're still going to have to go inland a ways, which is always concerning because the dino AI is super stupid and it gets stuck on stuff. But it looks like we have a sheer cliff right there, so we're not going to be able to go around on that side. Instead, we'll do some adventuring and go around this way, and once we get further down the beach, maybe we can cut inland and go northwards to see our next mountain range. So, if you didn't know, the goals that we have for right now is we're trying to get enough metal together to make a ton of bullets and a ton of guns. Once we have that all taken care of, we'll be ready for a ton of fun, I think. After that, we're going to go into a cave. If we find a cave along the way, I might spelunk a little bit. I don't know how risky it is. I've heard that the caves are super badass, so we might get ourselves into trouble, but if we see one, I'll try and go in and we'll just do the best we can with it. Okay, so inland we go. It's hot and we should find some place to cool down. From what I can tell, it's actually not related to being in the sun. I was actually taking a look at the way that the game functions, and I think when you get hot and when you get cold, it's geographic and based on the time of day. So certain islands just flag you as hot during certain times of the day, and then certain parts of the island during certain times of the day flag you as cold, and then your clothing and all that fun stuff is taken into account. I don't think we're going to be able to go that way. Instead, I'm going to follow the beach a little bit further. This way is looking like it's getting a little bit thick up and in here. I mean, we can give it an attempt, I guess. If I don't get stuck again. Alright, let's give it an attempt. I'm stuck on dino tails. I think they need to take the clipping plane off the tails, too. Just let you, like, clip straight through the tails if you need to. Might make the whole thing flow a little bit better. Alright, so up the hill we go. Well, actually, we made that pretty well. There wasn't a big problem right there. I thought that was going to be a lot worse than it actually was. Cut through here. Watch out for predators because they do like to get you when you're in these little foliage areas. I may need to cut my way through some of these trees just so the Carnotaur can get through. But for right now, I'm feeling okay about it. It's not looking too impassable or impossible. Take out the map. And we're across. I need to go to the northeast. And so as long as we can keep it right here, if you look down right next to our pin, you can see a little tiny circle right there. I think that's the edge where shit starts to get gnarly out here. And so we might have to off-road a little bit, but it'll probably be okay. Lots of turtles. If you're into turtles, like, this is the place to be, apparently. Or if you're looking for turtle loving. If you were a turtle who was looking for another turtle with whom to make love, this would be the location. With which to acquire love, I guess. Can't be talking about turtle sex on the channel. I'll get myself banned from YouTube. Ah, there's a raptor right there. Raptor on the wrong side of the tracks about to get dealt with. And I think we lost one of our dinos. Hey, buddy, you coming over here? He was stuck behind a turtle. Alright, so they're all mate boosted, so I should be able to cut my way through over here. I might have to chop down that tree. Yep, gonna have to chop down a tree. Back up slightly. Alright, so let's get this tree out of the way. There we go. So those are out of the way. This is actually like an old-time jungle expedition. You cut your way through the jungle, literally, with machetes and axes. Of course, the guys that led those expeditions didn't typically get their hands dirty with the rough stuff, but you get what I mean. Oh, there's a sheer drop-off over here, too. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I guess that was a waste of my time, then. We'll go back down and around this way. It is a little bit rocky, though, which always makes me worried. Once I work my way through this portion, I'm hoping this looks like the edge of the mountain range right here. But if there's no clear point of entry, it's going to make it very, very difficult for us to scale the mountain. got a big boulder right there. And maybe if I just follow this around, we'll be able to find our way across. I don't know. It's definitely getting quite mountainous right here, though. Jungle and mountains. I don't think any of this is going to block off our Carnotaur. Travel is always a little bit sketchy when you don't have only raptors, because anytime you got a big dinosaur with you, you got to worry about the fact that they're not going to be able to make it through some of the areas that you're exploring. If there's a cliff over here, I'm going to cry. This is a cliff right there. I love this kind of stuff. Exploring in this game is such a blast, like every little turn that you can make, every little corner that you can seek out. I don't suppose... Yeah, those trees are going to be rough for us to get through. Let me chop down one of these real fast. If we lost anybody, let me take a head count. It looks like we're pretty good right there. Chop that down really, really quickly. I'm going to go it on foot for just a minute. Just get rid of anything else that looks like it's going to be up in the way. I am terrified about the possibility of big things being out here. You're underneath the tree canopy, man. I wouldn't expect a bird that big to be underneath the canopy. Are you guys... Oh, they follow Big Boss Slasher. That's right. If you're mounted up, they follow the thing that you're mounted to, not the thing that you're actually... They follow the creature that you're mounted on. They don't follow you. Probably take a look at the map in just a minute. We probably want to take a little turn up and in here. Hopefully it's not a turn for the worst. But while we're running around and navigating, I do think it's a probably pretty good plan to get ourselves turned slightly to the left. Something big right there. I think it's a Brontosaurus. Shouldn't be anything to concern us. I think we might be able to take a Brontosaurus at this point. Where we're going to take him to, that's the classic joke. And then I'd lead in and be like, well, maybe out to not like a steak place, but maybe to a very nice sushi grill, so that like I could get meat and I could do something that I enjoy and he could get something that he enjoys, maybe some nice rice grains or something of that nature. If we get attacked in here, it's going to be all bad for us. Sorry, don't mind me. He's like, ah, you know Big Bad Benny? And I'd be like, yeah, I know Big Bad Benny. Like, that's my cousin. Welcome to the jungle. I'd be like, oh, cool, so you know Big Bad Benny. Is he actually as bad as they say? Like, nah, he's a teddy bear at heart. I mean, I think a lot of the urban legends about Big Bad Benny are just vastly overinflated. But, you know, he plays into it. That's the thing, is that, like, he sort of accepts the stereotype. And so by just accepting it, I think that's how it propagates. I'd be like, wow, you're really well-spoken for a Brontosaurus. He'd be like, well, thank you. I went to Brontosaurus College. It's not required to be well-spoken as a Brontosaur, but they do a lot of good work with linguistics over there, and I feel like they really help me out in my life when it comes to expressing myself. Well, I'll see you later, Big Bad Benny's cousin. He's like, hey, don't worry about it. My name's Carrie. I'm like, all right, Carrie, I'll see you later, bud. What's down this way? Can you guys come down this mountain with me? I'm worried that you might not be able to. Also, where is Big Boss Slasher and the rest of the crew? Oh, they fell off the cliff. That's not good. Okay, gents, we're gonna have to risk it. Ow. That was my toe. Shattering as it impacted with the ground. Damn! Big launch right there. Good job, buddy. He's got hops. I believe I can fly. I believe I will not die. When my cue claws hit the ground so hard, you won't believe that I fell so far. I believe I can flow. Oh, that's enough singing for right now. That's enough singing, Raptor. He's like, but I feel like it's thematic right now. Get it all up in slow motion, just like, whee! And this rock right here is going to be trouble. I know it. Cleaving our way through the jungle. The one thing I dislike about these travel portions... I lost somebody. Where's he at? We're missing... Cash. Where's Cash? You guys wait here. I'm going to go back and find him. Cash is stuck behind a tree. It's not a hard thing to fix, but it's definitely a thing that would have gotten in the way had I not noticed it sooner. We should probably get some meat going on. I might make a campfire, although I don't know how many stones I have, so I might not have the stones to do it. You don't have the stones to make a fire. You don't have the guts to do it right now. Alright, so there's that right there. I don't think I hit the pterodon. Oh, he's stuck in this tree? Okay. Well, here, let me get you out real fast, bud. We might have to make a campfire and just kind of like waylay our expedition for a minute. Let me see if I can get some stones out of here, because I think it takes a ridiculous amount of stones to actually make a campfire. Alright, so we got 8 stones. How many does it take? Like 16 or something? For a campfire. I've got to cook up some meat, if you're wondering what I'm doing right now. Campfire! Campfire! Where are you, campfire now? There he is. Needs 16 stones, so yeah, I thought it was something like that. I don't see any other stone piles, so I might have to hack through this guy right here. Couple more stones ready to go. I'm carrying around too much wood right now, too. That's another reason that I'm all slowed down. Alright, so we got that. Get our inventory open. Do I still not have enough? Where did it go? Campfire's running from me all over the place. There it went. It moved to a different spot. See, that's how I got confused. And so now that we got the campfire, I'll probably dump that 100 wood. There's no reason for me to have 100 wood on me right now. We'll take that, and I will use it. Drop it right there. Pick that up. Maybe just use this huge stack of wood to burn. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to need to cook up some raw meat right now. Right this second, if we can make it happen. And then I'll eat it on the flippity flop. But for right now, we're looking solid. We'll draw. I'm going to keep the stones just in case I got to repair my torch at some point. And then our first little batch here should be done in just a minute. Other dinos, you want to come down here? I'm just going to have everybody regroup. There you go, guys. Come on. Down the hill with me. Everybody come along. I think they should be able to make it over the top of that right there. If not, we'll rejoin with them in just a minute. Access the inventory. I will take that, and we shall eat it right now so that I'm no longer slowed down. It sounds like they all worked their way through, so it's only going to take us a minute to get this sorted out. We only get 20 per cooked meat, so unfortunately this might take a while, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'll come back after it's done. On the road again. Let's jump onto our scorpion. We got a couple minutes left in the episode, and I want to make sure that we're making the best time that we possibly can. So anyways, it appears to be with the shadow settings. I figured out what caused that over there. It resets my shadows every now and again, and that's what's been causing us problems. So we went that way. We planted the fire right there. I think this stone over here is what we were trying to cross over. So let's go over the top of the stone real fast, and then we'll take our way around. But I'll tell you what, it looks a lot better when the shadows are working, doesn't it? It looks a lot better. Otherwise, it's just sort of blinding, and you can see what's off in the distance through it. What's this way? Oh, my map's stuck again. Hold on. I swear, like 5 times in one episode. We might have... See, it might have been smarter for me to just stay on the beach, and then once on the beach, followed it around, because... Yeah, there it is right there. I actually think this might have been the smarter choice for navigation. It only looks like we have Sarcos over here, so I'm not going to worry about it. We do need water, though. So I'm going to refill all of my canteens. Let's put the map away for just a second. We got a Bronto over there, who appears to be like half in and half out of the ground. I don't know what's going on with him. Not going to concern myself with it for right now, though. We got Carnos off on the right. I think this is actually probably one of the safest trips we've ever engaged in. We should be good. And then we'll cut inland as far as we can see, or I'm sorry, we'll cut inland once we can see what there is to be seen. So there's actually... I'm not seeing a mountain range here. I am not seeing a mountain range. Makes me nervous about this whole thing, because the ultimate goal that we were looking for was to find ourselves some mountains, but I don't see any. Like, I think it's sort of starting to ramp up over there. But on this side, I don't know what's going on right there. Some kind of weird flicker thing. I think something's trapped inside the wall. It's freaking the whole thing out. Got a bunch of dinos on that side. Not so much on this side. If we travel this river, where's it going to take me? So we can cross, and that'll put us on like a little peninsula thing right there. I think instead it's probably wiser just to follow out this way. Yeah. I'm just going to stay over here for right now. We got a raptor pack over on the other side that's trying to take out a couple of parasaurs. Not my problem. Not going to jump in on it. Not my problem. Not my fight. I'm going to try and keep my eyes open for this mountain range, though. And, oh, there's the chug as it loads the next zone. Traveling in this game, I swear. Traveling in this game is so brutal because of the constant, like, loads and giant chugs you get as it generates the map. Let's go. I think that parasaur wants nothing more than just to be the hell away from us. I think if we just follow this right here, we should be okay. I don't know if there's anything in the water out there, but it looks like the parasaurs are running from something. I assume that there must be some kind of threat. We got like a pack of scorpions way up there in the distance fighting with them. I don't think I've ever seen actual grouped scorpions come together to fight anything. Let's cross the river very quickly. The water's got like a weird reflective effect to it. And I don't know if that's because I have to run the game on medium or what that is, but it looks odd. Alright, well this seems like a good spot to break off the episode. My name is Splattercat, thank you for joining me here as we travel across the land in search of more mountains. There's one right there. Mountains and caves anyways. I hope that we'll manage to find one before too long because the caves seem like they have good stuff inside of them. I've heard rumors of treasure chests, I've heard rumors of just like endless amounts of like metal and monsters and things of that nature. So we'll check it out. We will check these to verify the truth of the statement. I will see you all later. Hi, do everybody.